It is Friday, and the Two Guys, Two Seamen podcast is back. We got the boys with me, Chad, Kyle, and Michael. What's up, guys?
What up?
Hello, go Celtics!
Read them, as you can see with my backdrops here. What's up, guys?
What are you free of, Michael? Explain
Hold
yourself.
on. I gotta get the celebration beer cracked open here.
Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah, look at that nice frothy beverage. Only open these in a special celebration on the podcast, obviously.
Right.
Yeah. So the Chargers fans have finally been freed of the terror reign of Brandon Staley and Tom Telesco. Finally, it took the number 1B most embarrassing loss of Brandon Staley's career, combined with the 27-0 collapse last year when he should have been fired in the first place. But I mean, it's better late than never, as they say, and yeah, the possibilities are endless. So, cheers to bigger and better opportunities for Justin Herbert. Sucks he's gonna have to get a new OC, but still, sometimes you have to rip the Band-Aid off to heal. You know.
Yeah, we've been doing it for a long time. We're good at it, right?
And I don't wish people to get fired or lose their jobs, but these guys are making millions of dollars, and they'll still find a way to stay in the NFL.
Not
circle,
all of them.
I'm sure. Well, they'll
Hey,
find a job
coaches
in the
are.
NFL. Yeah, I mean, even the side coaches, they're usually attached to the head coaches and the coordinator. So I'm sure these guys will find a way to land on their feet. And as Chad mentioned earlier, these guys' contracts are guaranteed, so it's not like they're getting fired and losing income before the holidays. They'll have the money coming in.
Would you
But,
take Mike Tomlin as
happy.
a coach?
Oh hell yeah! But the Steelers will not get rid of him. I think they realize what they have in him, regardless of their
Not at this
inconsistent
point.
performance.
I'd get rid of him.
I mean, I hope they do.
Just
I mean,
because you want him
that'd be
doesn't
great.
mean they should get rid of him.
Well,
I personally would take him as a coach.
I feel like that's how things should work.
I
but
just
if you say so,
I just think he should leave Pittsburgh and call it a day. I mean, he
Belichick.
should have left when Ben left.
Belichick to the Chargers off season.
Not happening.
I hear the rumblings. There's people throwing that out there, but I mean, I think people just like to talk about it because everybody knows Herbert's there and people have seen what he could do. And after seeing the performance without Justin Herbert, the first game we've had without him, you're like, whoa, maybe he was the glue holding everything together there. I mean, I've been saying that, but everybody else is still doubting him. And now we can see the truth. It was a lot of ugliness being hidden by Justin Herbert.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so
here's to that.
Congratulations to you, Michael.
Thank you. It's our Super Bowl, that loss.
Yes. Yes. All right, so we're going to do things a little bit differently tonight. Normally we would jump right into NFL and our picks and stuff, but we're going to save that for the end. But what we are going to do is recap the disaster that happened last night that caused Staley to lose his job. And we had the Raiders beating down the Chargers 63-21. 42-0 in the first half. It's just unreal. Unbelievable. I didn't watch it personally. I had better things to do, like play video games. So that's what I did instead. I happened to pull up the ESPN app and it was already 21-0. So, I didn't see a point in watching it. Did you watch it at all, Michael?
Believe it or not, I watched the entire game pretty much. I maybe missed the last 30 seconds, but honestly, you think I would be upset. I was upset to some extent just because it's so embarrassing. Just like, wow, you guys really did that to yourselves. And at a certain point after like the third turnover in the first half, I'm like, okay, this might be intentional on the player's part, but I don't care because I don't see how there's no way logically Staley survives, and everybody else was agreeing on the internet. I mean, you had Reggie Bush tweeting, calling for his job. You had pretty much every like person on the internet saying, "Wow, Staley needs to go. Staley needs to go."
Mm-hmm.
And he had the nerve after the game to say, just like be like ignorant about it and just say, this happens to all the greatest coaches. You go look back and you look at the history, just like, oh my gosh, this guy is just in over his head. He was inexperienced. He climbed the ladder a little bit too quickly, and Chargers tried to save a few bucks by hiring a young up and comer instead of Brian Daboll, who they should have hired. But here we are.
I mean, if they would have fired him after that 27-point comeback in the playoffs, they might have had a chance at. His name just escaped. New Orleans' old coach, Denver's coach,
Sean Payton.
Sean Payton. They would have had a chance at him.
I don't know. I think they had a chance to get him when they still had Staley too. I mean, you're right, but I think they had chances to get him. I think Payton wanted to go to the Chargers, and I'm pretty sure he was asking for like 10 mil, and they're like, sorry, that's a little too spicy. We're gonna pay Brandon Staley like 3 million. So
But they won't that make mistake again.
Sean Payton?
I hope not. They're in
I
LA,
would not
man.
want Sean Payton as my coach in even fucking Pee-wee football. No fucking thanks. I'd pay him 10 million not to be my fucking coach.
Hey, he allowed 70 points in one game.
Okay.
They were calling for his job.
Yeah.
I mean, he did turn his team around a little bit towards the end of the season.
Who cares?
Though. They're looking better. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't really too thrilled about Sean Payton because I mean he's been out of coaching. I would want a coach who's been coaching to come over. So like I'm eyeballing Harbaugh or Belichick as my personal choices, but we'll see. And I really think they should hire the coach before they hire the GM.
Are you talking about Jim Harbaugh or John Harbaugh?
Did I say John?
No, you just said Harbaugh.
Jim, the Michigan.
Jim. Okay. I'm just making
sure
sure
who he was talking about.
I'm just clarifying. That's all.
John Harbaugh's not gonna.
He's never leaving the Ravens. He'll leave on his own accord. Yeah, he's got job security until Lamar Jackson's out, and even then, he might go beyond Lamar Jackson if he wants. But it's still,
he's a smart fucking. He's a coach. He's a coach who doesn't have to win Super Bowls to keep his job because he wins division titles or he always keeps them in the hunt. They're very rarely not in the hunt.
AFC North has best coaches all around, and out of any division, they have every single coach. I would think I would take.
Stefanski.
I like all of them. Yeah, I think Stefanski's a pretty good coach too. I mean, he's had to deal with crappy quarterbacks and quarterbacks rolling in and out like the Cleveland Browns do. He's made the Browns relevant, which is hard to do.
Yeah. That defense.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, AFC North is good. But what were we talking about? Oh yeah, the Chargers firing Staley and Telesco.
So, what was your thoughts on the game there, Chad?
Well, Richard Sherman agreed with me at halftime that the entire Chargers staff should be just fired right on the spot, and at least the head coach and the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, leave enough to like run the team for that week and the remaining of the season because you're not going to the playoffs. But they didn't do that. They waited until after the game. Just waited, they waited 24 hours to do that, which I guess is fair. Let him come back to LA and then fire him. Could have just left him in Las Vegas. It's not like there's not a lot to do there, especially if you don't have a job and you have a bunch of money that's coming to you anyway. But
he shouldn't have been on the plane.
He should not, probably not. Like it wasn't even close. Like the 21 points, that's nothing. That was like at the end of the game. That meant nothing. They were already up.
That's when the Raiders put in all the practice squad guys.
Yeah. Like the practice squad guys came in and started scoring on the fucking Chargers. It was the Raiders were out for a mission and they were trying to get Staley fired for you guys, and mission was accomplished. Because it looked like the Chargers just completely quit.
Kyle, did you have a chance to watch the game?
I did not.
No.
I have no thoughts on it other than holy fuck. I called it 2-0. I was wrong. I don't admit that a lot, but I was wrong. And holy fuck. That's all I have to say.
Hey, we all picked the Raiders though, right?
Yeah.
We did
Yeah,
not.
I mean, I picked the right team, but
I
at
picked
end
the
of
Chargers
day-
to win.
Oh.
Well, you picked
I
the
picked
wrong
a
team.
7-6 game.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we all picked low-scoring games.
We did.
Well, Michael had the
Thursday Night
best.
Football-
Michael had the best. 24-6 was your prediction for the Raiders. So it's a
Yeah, I figured it
blowout.
was gonna be a
Extrapolate
blowout.
that, and that's pretty much it.
I think that was more wishful thinking on Michael's part. That's what he was hoping for.
Well,
Though I
yeah,
think
I mean,
you
I said I was
got
never
the
gonna
result
bet
you
on
really
it.
wanted.
Yeah, no, I was definitely. I'm pretty sure every Chargers fan was just praying at night. They're like, please God, before I go to bed tonight, just want this one dream, this one prayer answered, and it was answered. We all got the news we wanted, and we got the cherry on top. I wasn't expecting the Telesco to get thrown in there, but that was just a little cherry on top because he's the one who's is responsible for this crappy bottom half of the roster.
Yeah, you can't lose to the Raiders by a backup quarterback, but and let them put up 63 points. A backup rookie quarterback, like that.
And an interim head coach.
Yes,
And a
and
team
interim
that
head
just
coach.
scored 0 points last week. 0
Vikings
points,
defense best in the
0.
league.
We beat the Vikings earlier in the year. With
Well,
20.
that was
So
before
crazy.
that was before you all were
Yeah.
turned into shit.
Yeah, what was going
I
on
mean, we
back
beat the
then?
Niners, so fuck
Jeez.
you.
Yeah, true. We did beat the Niners. We might be the best team in the NFL right now.
Probably.
I
We
We
mean,
beat the Juggernaut Raiders. What the heck?
by 3.
By three.
By 3.
They scored
By
0
3.
points.
Dominating performance.
Goddamn right.
There we go. So we all agreed the game. Honestly, it was
Exactly as we
for
predicted.
embarrassing. As embarrassing as it was cathartic. You know, it was like, all I could do was laugh while watching it, and it. The pick six at the end was just like, oh my gosh, come on. You guys can break the record now. I was almost cheering for the Raiders to break the points record because they had a whole quarter to go and they had 63 points. They only needed 9 more or 10 more points to break the record, and they easily could have done it. But they put all the backup players in, and they let the Chargers score a few touchdowns, which wasted time. Who's that in your background there, Kyle? Is that DeVito? Tommy Cutlets and his agent behind your head. There we
Hey,
go.
All right, so obviously another disaster of a Thursday night game. These games are awful. These Thursday night games have been terrible to
3-0
watch.
would have been terrible.
Yeah, at least this was comical.
Right?
Yeah,
at least
I
there was
mean-
a lot of scoring. The scoring was just like ridiculous. It sure was one side. The fans didn't leave. That stadium was pretty packed until like midway through the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they were watching the
Was it?
fireworks.
They wanted to see the record too. Everybody did. I know everybody did. Even Chargers fans like, screw it, set the record. I mean, they did. They set a franchise record, most points in Raiders history in a single game.
Yo, that pick six, that was Jack Jones. Wasn't Jack Jones cut by the Patriots?
I believe so.
Earlier this year? I mean, that just makes it even more comical if he was.
Jerry Tillery, former Charger, had a fumble recovery and sack in the first quarter.
Yeah, I don't know. Was he?
Oh yeah, he was with
Okay.
in New England, and he was acquired by Las Vegas. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So dude was cut and just got signed by the Raiders, picked sixth. The Chargers, just the icing on the cake right there.
Oh.
All right, we gotta stop dumping on the Chargers. This is
Yeah.
it's too easy.
Finally
Oh,
got
it's okay.
turning around
Okay.
to a new
Top 5 pick now. Top 5 pick.
Yeah, there you go.
On to the draft.
All right. And some other NFL news, the Titans are waiving their defensive tackle Tier Tart, and it's being reported that it's because his attitude sucks.
What'd he do?
It's just they said his effort is terrible and his attitude is awful.
Huh.
So
That doesn't help.
No, that's and
Good
you know,
luck.
Michael, what were you saying? I think before we started here, you were saying something about him.
Play
I
for the
was just doing
Chargers.
a little research. No, he didn't play for the Chargers.
He can play for the
he's an undrafted
Chargers.
Rookie. So like,
Fits
usually,
right in.
if you're an undrafted free agent, these are guys who didn't get drafted, so they have a chip on their shoulder already. All these NFL teams passed on him. So this guy was already like an underdog, and to kind of have that mindset only like a few years in is kind of surprising. I don't know how that happens, because usually the undrafted free agents are dogs, and they always try to stay on the roster. And to see that report coming out of an undrafted free agent is not a common thing, in my opinion. Although
Right.
Austin Eckler's kind of fallen into that boat right now.
Yeah,
give
what
him
is
time.
his last top speed? 15 miles an hour?
13. That
13.
defensive tackle, there was a fumble recovery for a touchdown of the game last night. The defensive tackle, they showed the next gen, he hit 17 miles an hour.
Oh my god.
There wasn't a Charger in like 50 yards of him.
Oh my god. We got back to
Alright.
dumping on the Chargers again.
We're talking about big boys. It's hard not to. It is the story of the day, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely stole the news cycle today.
All right. Speaking of other news cycles, the Dodgers traded for Tyler Glasnow today. So
Or like Tyler Glass Arm.
yeah, it's an interesting move. Your all's thoughts?
Dodgers, I mean, they just invested over $800 million in two players who are coming off of injuries. So it's, I mean, actually Glasnow didn't come off an injury. He pitched last year, but he had a bad injury before that. I mean, and pitchers, even when they have an injury, they pitch a good season, they're prone to get injured again. But yeah, I mean, if the Dodgers want to put up that kind of capital and hope these players stay healthy throughout the $800 million. I mean, I know we talked about Ohtani's contract getting deferred, but I'm just saying, ultimately, yeah, they invested a huge chunk of money into these guys, and I don't know. They'll be there in the playoffs. I mean, these guys, I mean, maybe they'll just keep Glasnow on ice during the regular season and just bring him out for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they can afford to do that because they just have
Just
many
just keep
pitchers,
buying their
yeah.
roster. That's all they have to do. It's just like literally buy their roster. They don't have their own talent. Their starting lineup, I think, has like 2 homegrown players, and they're not even that good. So, except for Will Smith. But I mean, just whatever. Dodgers are just gonna keep loading up, and everyone in the NL is just gonna have to deal with it and figure out how to beat them. They'll figure out by the end of the season, figure out how to
Always
beat them,
do.
and
Always
then
do.
in the playoffs they'll lose just like they always do, except for in the bubble championship, which we don't count. So
Nope.
Yeah, even Corey Seager said he's happy to win a real one. When he won
so
it with the Rangers this year.
yeah, I mean,
Asterisk was 2020.
It's just it's the same thing every year. How the Dodgers are going to improve when they already have all these mega contracts already. Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, like top players at the top of their positions. They're just stealing them all.
I hope it's one of those all-star game type deals where they just can't figure their shit out and they just fucking crash and burn.
Yeah, I mean that's all we can all hope for, except for Brian.
Well,
that
obviously.
happens.
Here, let me ask you this question:
I mean,
Is
or
Dave
Frank
Roberts fired? Is Dave Roberts fired after this season if they don't make it to NLCS?
I don't see that.
No, they need to make it to the
I don't
World
see that.
Series. They
I
need
mean,
to make
yeah,
it
they wanna
to
make it
the
to the
World
World
Series.
Series.
But I don't
let's
I
say
don't
they
see him
fall
being
short
I don't see him
in the
be I don't see
divisional
him being fired though.
Really?
That's not gonna happen.
Really? They haven't
I don't
won since
know.
the bubble,
I mean-
since 2020, right?
Yeah, and then 2 years ago they got knocked out by the lowly Padres.
Yeah. So
Heck, that's
this year
embarrassing.
was the Cardinals. I mean, not the
Padres,
Cardinals,
I mean,
the Diamondbacks. So if they get knocked out again before the World Series, you think that he's going to keep his job when all they have to do, like, that's what you go there to do, is win World Series in LA?
He's
Yeah.
got a relationship with somebody that's keeping him there.
I guess.
I mean, think about it.
I mean, with the lineup that he has, there's no fucking way he should not go to the World Series. Just on paper.
That's true. I mean, they definitely don't need another hitter.
Yeah, they could take more
They-
pitchers.
Yeah. So
They will. They will.
Like they
Give it
always
time.
do. They'll keep trading and keep spending money.
Do you think Dusty Baker stays in retirement?
Do you retire?
Yeah. Like right after he said, "Sorry guys, sorry we didn't make it." Remember? Because he let Texas beat him, and he said, "All right, I'm out." Literally like the next day.
Oh shit, yeah.
it
Pretty
says,
sure.
quote, Dusty Baker says that criticism from 30-year-olds and bloggers and tweeters played a role in his decision to retire.
I don't believe that
I
at all.
didn't realize he retired.
That's got to be sarcasm as fuck right there.
I don't know. He's an old man, so he probably doesn't
He's
like.
74.
He's
mean,
done a lot.
La Russa still came back. I mean, shit. La Russa's what?
He may come back. You never know.
I mean, La Russa came back. He said, La Russa's 79. He got bored his home and actually had to be around his family and was like, fuck this shit. I'm going out. See ya.
All right, so funny moment that happened in the NBA last night was Giannis decided to, after his historical performance that he had last night, having 64 points, which is a team record, and he also was the most efficient doing it as well. He was 20 of 28 from the field. So after the game, he wanted the game ball, and he thought the Pacers took the game ball into their locker room. So he was pissed. He ran up their tunnel, and it seemed like he was going to charge their locker room to get that ball. And all the while, as soon as the buzzer ended, there was a team official that came out and grabbed the ball from the referee. So the Bucks had the ball the whole time. It wasn't even. It wasn't. I don't. Chad? Do you think he would have actually fought someone?
I don't know. He was pretty pumped up for his game ball, which I'm sure he would have been given if there was, the Pacers weren't going to keep that. The league would have stepped in. They would have said, "Hey, you got to give it to him." So, I mean, his actions, I mean, that's kind of crazy. Like that's like I know you did so well and you scored 64 points. Like you did something that no one's ever done in the team's franchise history.
Right.
But that's no reason to go fucking like crazy. Like he just like a testosterone rage. fucking steroid rage or some shit. I don't know. That was
he is a large human being, so give him some credit.
no.
Meaning, if you saw him coming running at you, would you know if, like, even if you were that close with him, you would maybe know his demeanor more than anyone else. So I'm sure his teammates weren't worried about it.
And
they were holding him back. They were trying. There was multiple people holding him back. It was there was if they had to hold him back. He was running full sprint towards the locker room.
Got it.
And it doesn't take him that long with those long ass strides either.
Yeah, dude's fast, strong. He's basically a bulldozer. So I mean, he needs to watch his attitude and watch the stuff. I mean, like, he's not normally like a big piece of shit like some players are. He's usually pretty good, even keeled.
He's mild mannered most of the time.
Most of the time.
Yeah,
I mean, he does have his moments, but this is that's ridiculous.
He's assimilating. He's seeing Draymond and what he can get away with, and he's just like, oh, maybe I should be a little more.
Well, he didn't go to that level.
I know.
He didn't go to that level. I mean,
he didn't get a chance to.
But also too, Giannis having the team record for most points in a game is pretty incredible considering Kareem was there for 6 years.
Yeah.
And just to be able to have that is great. But I thought another funny side note to that, the Pacers organization came out and said that they were keeping a game ball because they wanted to give it to Oscar Tshiebwe, the former Kentucky big man, because he scored his first NBA point. So
1 point. He got 1 point.
The headlines were Oscar Tshiebwe 1 point, Giannis 64 points. Who should get the game ball? So, no, it's good that Giannis is able to have that, but yeah, his attitude towards that was pretty bad. All right. Anything, any other newsworthy stuff you all want to get to before we jump into the NFL?
The Spurs won a game tonight.
They did. Their 18-game losing streak was broken.
They won their
tonight.
4th game.
Yeah, against my Lakers with without Anthony Davis. It was the Spurs did whatever they wanted tonight. They just no defense whatsoever. So there was just didn't seem like they cared. But no, I mean they might not get double-digit wins. So this is a good win for them. Anything else?
That's all I got.
Just one thing real quick. The MLS, we're going to talk about soccer for like 2 seconds, will not send its first teams to the Lamar Hunt US Open Cup in 2024. They're going to opt to send their developmental league instead to this to participate in the country's oldest soccer tournament, the league announced. Ryan, you know more about soccer. What the fuck does that mean?
Well,
is there more teams from different countries go to this thing, or is this just like I don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it is typically what'll happen is you have MLS teams and they go I believe that I haven't read the article yet, so I just saw the headline. I believe this one is where they send MLS teams to go play other club teams. So the fact that they're not did you talk about the US Open Cup or is this something different?
Yeah, US Open Cup. Yeah, the Lamar Hunt US Open Cup.
Okay.
So it seems like they're sending less team, like not on the same level as the competition's going to be at. Our competition,
Yeah.
They're sending developmental players, not
Yeah.
the top tier players.
Right,
like they're
right.
supposed to.
That may be a request per the club teams. So, like, you know, USA's top scorer. Oh my gosh, I know so many names now. Pulisic.
Pulisic?
He plays for AC Milan, I think.
Oh, he does?
Yeah,
I
and
thought he
so
was an EPO.
no,
Okay.
I believe he's on AC Milan. So anyway, they club teams like that, they're very cautious on sending teams or players to things like that. Unless it's international play. So if you're going to play for your country, obviously they're going to let you do that. But when you go to other small tournaments like this, it's a risk and very low reward. So it's really not worth it for them to send those high players. But again, I don't know if that's the reason that they're sending developmental players, but that would be my best guess. Is the clubs don't want their some of their top players to get hurt possibly in a shitty tournament. It's just doesn't make sense. Just like for example, in the NFL when you get to week 16, 17, 18, and and you rest your starters because you don't want them to get hurt, right? So, it's the same idea. There's no reason to risk injury. That's at least my best guess. I don't know for sure.
All right. Well, that was our soccer segment. Tune in next year for when we talk about soccer again.
Stop on the 2 beers, bro. Stop.
We'll get
easy.
we'll
Stop on
get
the 2 beers.
well. I think we'll do a little bit more soccer when we get to the like the Champions League Final Four and stuff like that, which is coming up soon.
UEFA.
When we start seeing more international listeners, guys, come on, spread the word over there in Lithuania or wherever.
Wherever y'all play soccer, because I know y'all play soccer everywhere over there.
Sorry, football.
Yeah, well, you call football, which is not really football.
All right. Anything else before we get to American football? No.
No.
All right.
Let's get into it.
All right. So we have week. What week are we on? 15, I think.
Week 15.
And we're starting to ramp up for the playoffs, right? Starting to ramp up for those playoffs, and
just don't eat me.
Will you teach me to football?
Yeah, just don't eat me.
So to get ready for the playoffs, we have our first Saturday games that we get to watch. So with that, we have 3 of them this weekend. And the first one is the Vikings at the Bengals. The 7-6 Vikings, 7-6 Bengals. We are starting to get playoff implications. Vikings have a chance to go to the playoffs. How about that?
We're in the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
We're a 6 seed.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you want to keep that up, right?
Obvious. Yeah.
I'd rather have a top pick.
Winning in.
It's kind of pointless because who's our quarterback?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Jaron Hall. They're all going to be under the tutelage of the great Kirk Cousins. So.
Okay.
That's true. That is very true.
Okay.
All right. So Vikings Bengals. Bengals are favored by 3. Over under is 40.5. And obviously big things with the playoffs. Currently the Vikings are at the 5th seed.
6th seed.
Okay. All right, and the Bengals are 10th right now. But in the AFC, 6 through 11 are all tied at 7 and 6. So we have a interesting round the corner coming up for NFL games. All right, Kyle, Vikings, Bengals. Who you got? And give me a score.
I'm gonna say Bengals. 33-17. Bengals. I don't see is Mullins still the starter? Yeah,
Yes, Mullins is
I
starting
think they
with
did announce
Jaron.
Mullins as a starter.
Jaren
Mullins
Hall.
versus Browning's revenge with his current count at 924 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Yeah. Fuck you. I'm gonna say Bengals all day, for sure. The Vikings are not going into the Bengals home, who want to make the playoffs just as bad as we shouldn't want to, but we are, because it's a fucking waste of time. But yeah, the Bengals are gonna win this one. Mixon's gonna run all over us. Browning's gonna throw like 3 or 4 touchdowns, and that'll be that.
All right, Chad.
I like this. I like this matchup. It's gonna be an interesting one. I I want to pick the Vikings so badly because they're my team, but I don't. I want the draft. I want the draft spot, like Kyle said. I want the draft positioning, but I also want to win.
You guys are going to make the playoffs. How are you going to have a good draft spot when you make the playoffs?
I know it's just
We're
our
not.
we can.
You are.
It is a waste.
Playoffs, whether you like it or not.
We can't
You'll take
win.
your playoffs and you'll enjoy it.
We can't win.
Think of those less fortunate than you.
Who cares? Let us be less unfortunate. I want to be less unfortunate when it comes to football as a Vikings fan, because I've always been less unfortunate. Because what have we lacked in the history of the fucking Minnesota Vikings since I've been alive? What have we lacked? A top tier of. We've always had a top tier running back. We've always had top tier wide receivers, safeties, linebackers, defensive end, defensive tackles, tight end, cornerbacks. What have we fucking lacked? The one position.
Kicker.
Quarterback. Fuck you. Blair Walsh had a bad year. All right.
Bad year.
Quarterback. I used your Blair Walsh jersey as a rag once.
He had an MVP at the beginning of the season.
Yep.
At quarterback before he got hurt.
No, we
so.
didn't.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
I guess if I have to choose, I do have to choose. I'll choose Cincinnati and ride the Jake Browning train, and hopefully I am wrong.
No,
All right,
you're not wrong.
Michael.
Yeah. So just like half the rest of the
Fuck you,
league
parrot.
is struggling right now. I mean, they showed a graphic last night in the game that how many quarterbacks are hurt and how many backups we got in, and so we're just like playing the quarterback roulette around here. Nick Mullins, I've seen him play. I don't. He doesn't get me too excited, but you guys proved last week that you don't need a quarterback to win. So based on that, I really like what Kevin O'Connell's got going on with your defense. I mean, it is hard to base games from week to week. So if you go off every time I've based evidence on teams with the last week, it's they've done the polar opposite. So you guys are probably getting blown out after I say this, but I'm going with the Vikings on this one. I think that your team is feeling motivated. I mean, is Justin Jefferson coming back? I know he went out pretty quickly, or is he shut down again?
He had a chest contusion.
He's questionable. And that's the latest we've heard. But regardless, I think they see his return as a sign that I mean, he can make any quarterback look good. He's that elite. He's your guy's true superstar. I mean, I'd say in skills position players, he's easily top 5, maybe even top 3 when healthy. So I'm going with the Vikings in this one, and it'll be close because the Bengals are fighting hard with Jake Browning. Probably looking at a lower scoring game, 17-14.
Minnesota. Right, Michael?
Yes, I'm going with Minnesota, 17-14. Sorry.
Okay.
You're a fucking idiot then.
Yeah, I like what I've seen from the Bengals the past couple weeks, so I think it continues this week. I don't know if it matters if Jefferson plays or not, just because it's who's throwing him the football. So, it's Jake Browning seems to be a good quarterback. I'm not gonna say great or anything, but good.
Yeah.
So, good is better than below average. So
That Brian Flores defense, though.
that's true.
It's been good
That's
lately.
true. Yeah. We'll see. I mean, this is one of those that, Cincinnati is favored by 3. That's because they're at home. So it's pretty much a pick'em game.
So 3-0 Cincinnati.
Hey, Parrot, you like that?
Oh, I love it. Justin Jefferson has a career 105 quarterback rating, so maybe you guys just put him in at quarterback too. I was saying they should have put Eckler the other night at quarterback.
Like Jacoby Myers was last night.
Yeah, exactly. These teams that don't have quarterbacks, maybe start mixing it up and go Wildcat.
Well, Eckler does has the speed of a quarterback.
That's true.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Who would win in a foot race, Eckler or Tom Brady?
Right now, Tom Brady.
Probably.
All right. The 4:30 game for tomorrow. We have the 7-6 Steelers against the 7-6 Colts. Colts are currently favored by 1.5, and the over/under's 42.5. What do you see out of this one, Chad?
The winner of this game takes sole possession of the 6th spot in the playoff picture, and the other one's out. Right now, it goes Cleveland 8-5, Pittsburgh 7-6, Indianapolis at 7-6. So, winner of this game is a solid lock for the 6th seed right now, and that's going to be the Colts, because the Steelers suck. Their offense is just terrible, even without Matt Canada. With Mitch Trubisky in there. Is Mitch playing, or is it?
Sure. It is Mitch.
If it's Mitch,
Gardner.
Okay. Yeah. Then definitely Gardner Minshew. I mean, they're at home too. Yeah. I mean, it's no brainer. I don't even know why Indianapolis is only favored by 1.5. Pittsburgh's not good right now. So
I mean, can you trust the Colts?
Yes, I trust the Colts more than I trust the Steelers right now. You can't trust the Steelers. I mean, like, what did they do last week? They lost to the Patriots.
Right.
Ouch.
Yeah. And they lost to the Cardinals. So, do you have who do you have more faith in? The Steelers or the Colts? The Colts last game they lost to the Bengals, but then they beat the Titans, so
Cardinals also beat the Cowboys.
That was earlier in the season. That was Josh Dobbs. You can't count that. They're a different team now. That
true.
was then. This is now. Oh, God,
So for those that are just listening on the podcast and the audio only, we've discovered how to change all our backgrounds when we stream live on YouTube. And Kyle has shared a photo of wishful thinking with Tom Brady in a Minnesota Vikings jersey.
I'd take him over Christian
And-
Ponder or I don't know Mullins. He might as well be the same fucking person to me, because Christian Ponder was our quarterback for three goddamn seasons, 3 in a row. Hot smoking white, by the way. Good for you, bro. That's the only good thing you did in your NFL career.
We did that before his NFL career.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
He kept her.
All right.
Somehow.
Before Kyle starts licking balls for Tom Brady,
I mean,
Kyle, Colts, Steelers.
Wahlberg did it. Colts by a mile. So like, I don't know, with the way the score is going lately, 62-12.
Yeah, if last week proved we're not good at picking games
Not the
anymore.
under.
Like the
Not the under.
NFL, the NFL is completely. I don't know what's going on in the NFL.
They listen to us and they're like, do the
These
opposite
guys are
of what
idiots.
Dave said, 'cause,
No, we are
fucking
definitely idiots.
discredit these fuckers before we have another fiasco on our hands.
Don't worry, we're gonna
have to
give you
ban
another
them.
parlay that's not gonna hit too.
Yeah, don't worry. Mine's a lock this week. Don't you worry about that. All right,
Uh,
Michael. Steelers, Colts.
The Steelers are coming off of back-to-back losses against the Cardinals and the Patriots. Last I checked, those are like top 3 picks right there. Was that Patriots are at least, I don't know where the rankings are of the draft. I know the Panthers are number 1, so that's probably like 2 and 3, right? Either way, I don't see how you get over losing to the Colts and Patriots in back-to-back weeks. There's turmoil. Pickens is a diva. Even Mike Tomlin's great coaching skills can't coach this or can't polish this turd. So I'm going with the Colts like everybody else here, and yeah, I'm definitely not picking the Steelers anytime soon.
Okay, and just to answer your question, the current draft pick order: Panthers, Patriots, Cardinals, Commanders, Bears. Those are
No,
your top
Bears.
5 right now.
Bears number 1.
You said top 5?
Bears
Are
number
they?
1. Yes. They have the Panthers pick.
Oh, they have the
yeah,
Panthers pick. You're right. You're right.
On top of
Sorry,
theirs, they still
Bears.
have their first pick, right? Or did they trade
Yes,
it
they
away?
still have that too.
Holy fuck. Fuck the Bears, bro.
Don't worry,
They're not
they'll-
going to do anything. They have Justin
they'll-
Fields as
They'll
the
fuck
quarterback.
it all up.
Yeah, that's fair. They'll have
Bears.
Caleb Williams in their grasp and fuck it up.
Yeah, they've already
All right.
busted on Mitch Trubisky and Justin Fields.
Fucking idiots.
It was probably Tomlin's first season finishing below 500. I mean, after this, it's Bengals, Seahawks, Ravens.
If they get Caleb and Caleb sucks too, that's gonna be so epic.
Who, the
All right,
Steelers?
Yeah, the Steelers, because I'm a fucking idiot. The Bears.
The Bears? I don't know. I feel like the Bears fans want to stick with Justin Fields. I feel like
Yeah.
Yeah, because they get to make the
They're-
decisions. You're right. If fans got
Well,
to make
they have to ask
decisions-
Aaron
if-
Rodgers because
no,
he still
no,
owns
no, no.
them.
If fans got to make decisions, Malik Cunningham would be our starting QB right now. So, just saying.
All right, I'm gonna roll with the Colts as well in this. It's a easy
clean
easy
sweep.
pick.
That's a clean sweep for us, right? We all picked the
That's
Colts.
clean
so
sweep.
The Steelers.
Yep.
Steelers are gonna blow out the Colts.
You can't lose to the Cardinals
Obviously.
and then the
Oh, yeah.
Patriots. and
Everyone
then
should
expect
go-
anybody to pick you.
Just everyone put their money on the Steelers because they're definitely going to win.
We're,
If you
we're
don't like
canary
money,
in the coal mine. Canary in the coal mine.
All right, and then the Saturday night game, we have the 7-6 Broncos and the at the 9-4 Lions. Detroit's currently favored by 4.5, and over under is 47.5. Remember, Denver was on that. They got up to a 5-game win streak, right?
Yeah.
I think.
think so.
And now they've won 6 of 7. So pretty good for them to turn their season around. All right. Chad. Broncos, Lions.
So Lions lost to the Bears, and that was embarrassing. So this is a get right game for Mr. Dan Campbell. The Broncos are on the up and up, so this will probably be a close game. This one is in Detroit. It's in Detroit, so we don't have to worry about weather, and it's right where Jared Goff wants to be. So they've only lost twice at home this year, so I don't expect them to lose again at home.
Oh, Jake Paul just got a knockout.
That's all staged.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
So
Jake Paul my ass.
I will take the Detroit Lions 27, Denver Broncos 21.
Okay. What about you, Kyle?
Go with Parrot first.
All right.
Go with me first.
Michael. Broncos, Lions.
It's getting harder to trust Jared Goff. He's getting a little sloppy here as of late. But I agree with Chad. I think this is a get right game for the Lions. They have the home crowd supporting them. I mean, did they already clinch it? No, they haven't clinched a playoff spot, but I'm pretty sure that they're with this win, this will put them into the playoffs, and it'll be close. Like I said, maybe the Broncos defense will force a sack fumble or something, make it interesting with Goff, but we'll say the Lions win in a shootout. We'll say 41 Lions, 38 Broncos.
All right. Kyle?
I'm gonna say Broncos 44 to 37 because they have a dirtier coach. Dan Campbell has a defensive mindset, but the Broncos are pure dirty, dirty, dirty minded. They probably have like brass knuckles and shit under their gloves. I wouldn't be surprised. Would you? There you go. The Goff factor.
So
oh my Goff.
I am. This is a tough one for me to pick because I agree with what Michael said with how Jared Goff hasn't looked great over the last few weeks, or 3 weeks. But if they want people to take them seriously, they need to win this game. This is I wouldn't say must win, but it's pretty close because they don't want to stumble into the playoffs. And they need this one because they're most likely going to lose one of their games to the Vikings. Maybe.
Yeah,
And
probably.
then
maybe.
they'll most likely lose to the Cowboys. So they need this game, to be honest. And if they lose this one, they're going to get in the playoffs just because the NFC North sucks overall. So they shouldn't have any reason to not make the playoffs. But
Their center is questionable. Rag now. That's important for
it is a you need to have this game, but if you finish 2-2 for the season at the end of the season here, then you're going to make the playoffs. But I do think that the Broncos beat them. I don't. That Jared Goff has not played well. Maybe he hasn't played terrible, but he hasn't played good.
He hasn't played as
So
awesome as he played that one, the Rams shootout with him and Mahomes. Remember that game?
Yeah.
That was a good game.
So I'm gonna roll with the Broncos, and I think they'll win by 3. All right, Sunday. We have 1:00 game. We got the 6-7 Buccaneers against the 6-7 Packers in Lambeau.
Yo, wait.
And
Did you skip the? You skipped the game, didn't you?
what do you mean?
Oh no,
You
never
done that.
mind. Baltimore. I was looking at. Never mind. That's Sunday night.
That's Sunday
You're good.
night.
You're good.
All right, so Green Bay is currently favored by 3.5, and the over/under is 42.5. And let me just check on something real quick as far as the injuries here. Okay, so they still have Aaron Jones listed as questionable. Vita Vea is doubtful, so that's a big loss for them if he's not able to go, especially in that middle to help with that run game, that defensive run game. But
Maybe.
let's go with you first, Michael. Buccaneers at the Packers.
Tampa Baker. I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in this one. Did we move on? Is it quick picks?
No. This is a Sunday slate. This is the big games from Sunday.
Oh, this is a big game.
Well,
Okay.
it's 1:00 game. I mean, there's not much to pick from.
It's the biggest game at 1:00.
Yeah.
What do you want? You
1
don't want to
o'clock.
talk about it?
1 o'clock.
I mean, we got to battle the heavyweights. Baker Mayfield, Jordan Love. I mean, this is what more could you
They're
want?
battling
you
for
being-
the
you're
playoff
being
spot. You know they're
sarcastic.
fighting
Yeah.
for a playoff spot, right?
They are.
Yeah.
Frozen tundra. What is the forecast for this game?
It's
we got cold weather
nothing
on
crazy.
deck?
Nope.
Yeah, it's nothing crazy. Not yet.
Oh, great.
We're
Nope.
not there
Okay,
yet.
Give me Tampa Bay then, because they're not going to be affected by the weather. We're going to see Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. They're going to have a good time with Baker Mayfield, and it'll be interesting. You know, Packers have been promising, but I think I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers here and Tampa Baker, as you can see in my background. We'll say Buccaneers get the victory 30-21.
All right. It's supposed to be 34 degrees at kickoff. So,
Oh, that's a little chilly, but no precipitation, right?
no.
No.
Not as of
Couple
right
hand,
now.
couple hand warmers in your pockets. You're good.
Yeah. All right. Kyle.
I'm gonna say 37-34 Green Bay. They're gonna make up for last week, and not that they played a great team, but they played a team that played great. So, in that particular instance, I believe that the same thing's gonna happen this time. They're not playing a great team, but they're capable of playing great, and they have weapons. If Alexander's still okay, right? Or no, is he fucked?
No, he's
Or ACL,
he's always up in
or
the air. He's questionable right now, but
he's questionable. So with his questionable method, I honestly think that it's not going to matter in this game. You can come up to Green Bay and you can possibly beat them, but this isn't a team that can come up there and beat them. You know, it was different because they were on the road last week, but I don't see it. I don't see them taking anything away from Green Bay for all 4 quarters. Now, if they can do what they do, which is get open and get it done, maybe. But I think across the board, Packers have this on lock. It'll be close. Might be 3 to 6 points, but definitely have Love getting back in the groove. He'll get over it. He'll move on. He'll suck it up like he did after the first few games that were shit for him. And yeah, they'll keep on fighting.
Okay. Chad.
Is Aaron Jones back?
He's questionable right now. Him and AJ Dillon are both questionable, so
Which is going to force Love to throw.
we may not have our 2 top running backs for this. So
No, you'll have one. You'll have one.
You'll have one of them will step up.
At least. They're questionable, not doubtful. So
yeah, but we can't trust the injury reports
Patrick
anymore.
Patrick Taylor's not going to get the job done for you, so
Yeah, I like the Packers in this one because of how they've beaten the last, like, other than the Giants. I mean, they beat KC and they beat the Lions and they beat the Chargers when the Chargers weren't like all the way fully into misery. So
that was the first domino. I think that was like the yeah,
Yeah.
that was the first step.
That was
First
I
step
think
in
that-
the right direction.
I think that 27-0 was the first domino, right?
Well, I mean,
Ouch.
yeah, for anybody who had half a brain, but I mean, the owner, you
That's
know,
true.
he's Satan, so.
Buccaneers can't beat good teams. I go with the Packers. And hopefully all those players are going to play, because then that will very much so help them win, which I don't really want them to win because they are in my division. But
That playoff spot,
yeah,
it could come down to us. Us too, obviously.
yeah.
So,
I mean, the 7th seed is a below 500 team right now, which is kind of crazy. So we'll see.
all right, I'm
Packers.
gonna.
Right now both these teams are in the playoffs, right? Technically, with a
Yeah.
losing record, or no? They're
Yep, they're
Yeah.
both. Yeah.
nice.
It's not good.
No.
It's not a good look. Especially since if it were to stand right now, we'd be the 7th seed, right?
Yes.
We'd have to play Philadelphia in the first round. That wouldn't be good.
If you beat KC, it wouldn't be terrible.
Y'all would play Dallas right now.
Oh,
Dallas has the 2 seed. Yeah.
well, there you
Oh,
go.
okay.
You'll have the better coach. So there you go.
Minnesota
if
would
it's-
play Detroit.
Okay.
Dallas can't win in the
I
playoffs,
gotcha.
so I'd rather play Dallas.
All right. Well, I'm gonna roll with the Packers as well. As you said, Chad, that the Buccaneers can't beat a good team, though we're not really that good of a team, but we're
Better
we're-
than the Buccaneers.
we're
You're better
solid
than
at home.
You're
We're
better
solid
than
at
the
home.
You're better
so
than the NFC South.
that is.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Yeah. I mean,
well, even though you lost to the Falcons and you had to beat the Saints in the end, but yeah, I mean,
we were down 17-0 to the Saints.
no, I
and
said
won.
you had to come back in the end. Yeah, I said
Yeah.
you had to come back in the end.
Yeah.
But you're capable. That's my
That
point.
was Jordan Love's coming out party there. That was
the team is very capable.
yeah.
It
I
depends
just
what
wish
team
they
shows up. I mean, it's any given Sunday, man.
wish they wouldn't have lost to the Giants. Then it'd be very interesting. But it is what it is. We have a pretty simple schedule down here. I mean, we have the Buccaneers, and then we have to play the Panthers, and then the Vikings game could have huge implications for playoffs as far as that. And then we finish with the Bears, last game of the season. So very possible 3-1, 4-0
I don't know.
potential.
The Bears beat the Lions.
I mean, you're gonna have those one-offs. All right. Next game, we have the game of the week. 10-3 Cowboys against the 7-6 Bills in Buffalo, in Orchard Park. Bills Mafia. I'm gonna go with you first, Chad, because I already know what you're going with. Oh, now I can confirm it. Yeah.
Now you fucking
I-
do it. Don't ask. Fucking quit. You gotta say the saying. You gotta say the goddamn saying. Say it right fucking now.
I am looking forward to this game.
Oh my god.
I can't wait because it's going to be the first test of Dak and see how he actually is, how he's going to handle it. It's not going to be like too cold there, but I mean it's going to be chilly, and it's going to be windy, and it's going to be rainy. And I think that Josh Allen loves to play in those type of conditions, and this could be a really good game, really good 4:00 game, and I think it might be the game of the week. Buffalo being favored by 2.5 seems kind of weird, since the Cowboys are so much better and so this crazy good team that just whipped the shit out of the Eagles. Why are they not favored?
Because it's Orchard Park, and they don't do good on the road.
Yeah, but literally Eastman has it at 49.9 and 49.7. I mean, even they can't make up their fucking minds.
Yeah.
This is going to be a tough one. This might be my tie of the week, dude.
Yeah. I mean, Dallas is just on a roll. I don't see it stopping either, really. So
I mean,
I'm gonna go with the Bills, because no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
All right, Michael.
Well, I am taking the home team in this game. This is natural turf. Highmark Field's natural turf. I think one thing we've seen, they've actually highlighted the stats that CD Lamb and the Cowboys are not as good on natural grass. Any games that are on turf, they seem to do better. And this is a natural grass game. I think Josh Allen is got the fight. I think he's proven. I think we talked about last week that we can put to rest the Josh Allen slander, and he's going to show which quarterback here is the game manager and which one's the playmaker. And Josh Allen's going to come through in the clutch, and he's going to make Bills Mafia fans want to take multiple showers and ketchup and mustard. So this is going to be a Bills victory, and I think I like a blowout here. I feel like the Cowboys are riding high right now. I think they think their shit don't stink. They're talking about Dak as MVP candidate, and this is gonna be a blow to Dak's MVP candidacy here. So
Which right
let's go with the
now
Bills.
he is.
Yes,
He is.
He is.
So
Up until this game, and he goes into Buffalo, and there's what is this? It says 92% chance of rain, so skills positions aren't gonna really come into play. I think Josh Allen's feet are gonna come into play in this game. We're gonna see him scramble, make things happen when the play breaks down, and maybe see a couple rushing touchdowns, if at least one from Josh Allen. So give me the Bills in this game. We're gonna go Bills 32, Cowboys 28.
all right, Kyle.
Diggs is going to have a record for whatever his drops are because the Dallas Cowboys are going to pull this play. And next thing you know, he's going to fuck it up. And them cheerleaders are going to get his attention. And yeah, I disagree with the turf talk. Who gives a fuck? The only thing they're guaranteed not to do is tear an ACL. But even then, you never know. But if I'm reading this correctly, Mr. Stephon Gilmore may be back. Hooker might be back. Fucking Cooks might be back. I mean, I feel like Cooks might fuck up the wide receiver mojo going on right now in the core, but if you went off a last five for both teams, I'm going Cowboys fucking hands down. But you could also say that it's going to be a curse game and it's going to fuck up their streak. If anything, if their streak were to fuck up, this would be it. But I think they want that number one spot. Or do they have it? Right?
No.
They have it over the Eagles, right? No? The Niners have it?
Oh, yes, Niners have it.
Niners have it.
Because
Yeah.
they
So
whipped
I
the
think,
shit out of the Cowboys.
right. I think they want that other bye spot, though, and they're still going to fight the Eagles.
Only one bye spot.
There's only
Yeah.
one bye spot? Okay.
Yeah. They added an extra team to the playoffs, so
Well, the Niners aren't fucking up, so I guess it's win or lose. It really doesn't matter then. So, but still, I think Cowboys are going to keep going on a tear. Buffalo wants it as well. But
it will matter though, because if they lose this and Philly gets the top in the in the NFC East,
they get the home spot.
They get the home spot if they play.
And
so that's a
and
huge deal.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's been proven that they are way better at home. So I agree. They're 3-3 away, so it's a 50-50 chance.
Must win for the Cowboys.
It is. So my heart's torn. on this one because I love Allen and I'm not the biggest Dak fan, but I used to be a huge Cowboys fan. I love Lamb.
Ooh, I love lamb too. Lamb chops,
Lamb chops,
delicious.
yeah, dude. Give me a nice euro. Give me €2, motherfucker. So yeah, I'm gonna go Cowboys. 59 to 51.
All right, people listening, just ignore the score
Fuck you.
predictions. Just
Fuck
take the
you.
teams, the money lines.
Fuck you.
All
Yeah, don't
right.
listen to my money. Don't listen to my spreads and shit. Always go with me with money line. Never go with my over under because I'm an idiot. You're welcome.
So you all know how critical I've been this year of
You
Josh
don't
Allen.
say. You don't say.
Of Josh Allen. But I'm also critical on just be patient with the Cowboys. Just be patient. And when you think that they're going to do something special, they let Cowboy fans down. And that's exactly what's going to happen this weekend. The Buffalo Bills will win. I think Josh Allen will have. Let's see. I agree with you, Michael, on a rushing touchdown. I could see that. And then I'll give him 2 passing touchdowns as well. So I'm going to say Buffalo wins 31-21. So Dak's going to have a rough game. Rough game. All
I
right.
hope you're right.
I didn't mean to jump the well, Chad thought I jumped the gun, but let's talk about it now. Sunday Night Football. We have the Ravens at the Jaguars. So Baltimore is favored by 3.5, and the over/under is 42.5. All right, who you got, Kyle? Ravens, Jags.
Yeah. You know, my problem with this game is that Sir Lawrence is still playing. So, with that said, in Jacksonville, it's really hard. Are you fucking kidding me? Ravens. Fuck the Jaguars. Ravens, hands down. They're going to fuck them up. Oh no, they had a close game with the Rams. Who fucking cares? They still know how to win. They get the job done. Lamar Jackson is having a decent year. I mean, fuck. Hamilton might be back, even though he was hurt for a little bit. But you know what? They got their shit on lock. I don't give a fuck. They're gonna fuck them up. Go Ravens. They're
All
5 and
right,
1 away. 5 and 1. They're about to be 6 and 1. Suck it.
all right. We got Chad.
Trevor Lawrence was still visibly hurt when he was playing last week. Like, it was so easy to pick against him last week, and it was just he was just like a statue out there. He got fucking destroyed.
Right.
So I don't think that he's probably not still healed up enough. He had a high ankle sprain, and he's just trying to come back and play. And it's with Kyle Hamilton coming back, like Kyle said, it's really easy to pick. You know, the team. Obviously, it's gonna be the Ravens. I don't know why my background keeps going backwards.
I know, it's
But-
annoying as shit.
Right? There we go. No, that didn't fix
No.
anything. But anyway, so go Ravens. Ravens will win this one by probably about 10.
All
10?
right,
Okay.
Michael.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see Trevor Lawrence performing as well as he should right now. He's still. I mean, I thought when his season was over, I think a lot of people did, and then they said it was just an ankle sprain. But I mean, high ankle sprains they say are are like one of the slowest healing
They suck.
sprains.
They
Yeah,
suck.
they take a long time to heal, and one of Trevor Lawrence's main abilities is his ability to roll out of the pocket and make plays with his feet. And obviously, he's not going to have that ability, and he's going against probably the best player to make plays with his feet.
Yup.
So Jaguars are coming off of back-to-back losses against AFC North teams. They lost to the Bengals. They lost to the Browns, both with their backups. Now they're playing the Ravens with their starter, and yeah, it's just it doesn't spell. It doesn't give me any good feelings about the Jaguars' chances in this game. Ravens are gonna have an easy time with this game. I think it'll be a blowout. I think the defense is gonna expose Trevor Lawrence's immobility. Roquan Smith, I mean,
You say
best middle
immobility?
linebacker. Immobility, yeah, his
Immobility.
his lack of ability to move around.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, yeah, he's gonna be running for his life, throwing picks. Travis Etienne, I think he's questionable, or he's been kind of dinged up too. So
Yeah.
Christian Kirk went on IR. It's not looking good for the Jaguars going into the playoffs. They're literally limping into the playoffs if they get in. So I'm taking the Ravens in this one. Let's say 42 to 24.
All right. Yeah, I got a blowout as well. Ravens should easily win this game. And I have a 34-17 the Ravens. All right. Monday night football. The 10-3 Eagles will visit the 6-7 Seahawks in Seattle. Philly's favored by 3.5, and the over/under's 47.5. I'm gonna go with you first, Michael. Who you got?
Yeah, the Eagles are proving to be a little dinged up.
I don't know why I keep doing
they're
backwards.
it's hard to trust the Eagles because they do have 10 wins, and I was putting them up there in my power rankings, but watching them play, they're just not convincing. And obviously against the 49ers, they got their butts kicked. It just exposed a lot of things here. I'm not confident in their offensive line anymore to protect for Jalen Hurts. But that being said, they're just too good of a team to lose to the Seahawks, and I don't think the 12th man's gonna be able to help them here. DK Metcalf, he's going against a much better secondary, and Geno Smith is going to be running for his life, I think. So give me the Eagles, fly in this one, and I think this is going to be another blowout. I don't think this is going to be a close game. Let's go with the Eagles on this one. 28, Seahawks 10.
All right. Kyle. So audio only. He has Nick Sirianni crying in his background right now. So
Not because they're gonna lose in the Super Bowl, but because they're gonna win this motherfucking game, bitch. If these two birds were to go at it one-on-one, mano-a-mano, the Eagles will decimate the Seahawks at home. Who cares? Jalen Hurts, he looks weird to me. Definitely something going on with his mojo, but he's got that BDE going on, so all he has to
I
do
think
is
he's
whip it
just
out.
hurt.
Yeah, I think he's hurt,
Yeah.
hiding an injury. I think he's got something with an ankle going on. And obviously, that many tush pushes in your career so far, you're going to have back problems, future lower back problems, bud. You don't even have breasts. So, yeah, good luck with that shit. But you know what? You get paid to do it, so get the fuck over it.
All right, Chad.
Yeah.
You're an Eagle. You're in the heart of Eagles country. Who you got?
Well, of course. I mean, it's It's very easy to choose the Eagles here. They're just the they're a better team. Seattle is just on the down slope. They have completed their gauntlet, and they're completing it with the Eagles. So I mean, just another loss for them. I mean, they started the season well, they're really well, and then it's just gone straight downhill from there. So I have the Eagles winning this pretty easily. I don't know if you can see this. He's pointing at the Steelers defenders. This is AJ Brown. When he pointed at Steelers defenders, and then he counted how many touchdowns he was going to have. He had, and I believe it was 3 at that time. So I'll have AJ Brown score 2 touchdowns. The offense gets back on track, even though it's in Seattle and they got the 12th man, whatever they made up that they stole from other schools or college schools. So that's not going to matter. Nothing matters. The only thing that matters is the Eagles winning, getting back on track, and after the Cowboys lose, taking that number 1 spot in the NFC East.
All right. I'm rolling with the Eagles as well. I think that it's a overmatched thing. Eagles need to get right. I've been saying it all year. They just don't look the same. And Jalen's been hurt. He's been dealing with a knee injury, I think, maybe an ankle as well. So it's tough when he's sneaky good with his legs. Rolling out of the pocket. I mean, obviously we know about the brotherly shove or the tush push or whatever you want to call it. The play that might get banned in the off season. I hope it doesn't.
I doubt it. I don't think enough teams will vote yes on
really
it.
Hard to do that.
Yeah. So they have a easy stretch to end the season. So they need to get right. And these are the next 4 games are the get right games. They have the Seahawks, and then they have the Giants twice, and then they play the Cardinals. I mean, it's kind of hard to screw those games up. This is a pretty easy schedule.
You can coast in. Possibly you get the 1 seed if the 49ers fuck up too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is possible. I mean, they lost to the Vikings.
I think we'll find out because the 49ers, I believe they play the Cardinals this week, and then they play in Baltimore.
They could lose to both those teams.
No, not in Baltimore. I think that's in San Francisco. But
But
regardless, they have to play Baltimore.
They
So
could lose to both those teams.
that'll be a tough game. But yeah, this is a get right stretch, a month stretch for them, and I see it happening. All right. Quick picks. Let's fly through them.
Zoom.
All right, we got the Bears at the Browns. I'm just gonna go in the same order every time. So I'm gonna go with you first, Michael.
Wow.
Browns.
Bears at the Browns. All right, Kyle.
Browns.
Chad.
Bears.
Oh.
Are you sober?
All
Yep.
right.
Sure am.
Wow.
Totally Tober.
Wow. Could have fooled me.
Who's starting for the Browns this week? Do we even know?
Joe Flacco.
Do we know yet? Oh, Joe Flacco. Oh, okay.
I think
Yeah,
they keep
you're
putting
right.
him back on the practice squad, so I don't have to pay him.
No, they gave him
No,
a new
I think they
incentive-based
signed
contract.
him. Yeah.
How much?
$4 million.
$4 million?
if he
Yeah.
wins the Super Bowl.
Wow.
That's not happening, but
That'd be winning me a Super Bowl.
I like the Browns in this. All right. The Texans, most likely without C.J. Stroud.
No.
Keep that in mind. At the Titans.
No. I don't like it.
Michael.
Yeah, the Titans were gift wrapped at that win last week. They're still a struggling team, but
He's doubtful.
who's the backup for freaking Stroud?
Mills, Davis Mills.
You should know that.
Davis Mills.
You of all
my
people should know
goodness.
that.
Well, Davis
Madden
Mills actually
reference for
has-
those that don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my
well,
God.
Jeez. No, Titans. I'm going with the Titans. Going with the home team. I think they got to be riding high off that win. So go with the Titans. Why not?
All right. Kyle.
Apparently, I'm gonna sound like a parrot because you put me behind him. Fucking Titans.
I have to keep him engaged. I have to make it seem like he's talking. So never mind. We're not going there. All right. Nah, it wasn't towards you, Chad.
That's fine.
Titans. Sure, Titans. Why not? I mean, without CJ Stroud, I don't.
Yeah. That's
yeah,
obviously
it's not gonna happen.
real quick. Can we
dipshit.
have an agreement here that we are allowed to change our pick if CJ Stroud plays
Oh God,
Can-
yes.
yeah.
on this game?
God, yes.
Can we do
Oh,
that?
God, yes.
Yeah,
God,
of course.
Yes. You have my
Okay.
vote. If,
All right.
if CJ Stroud, who is doubtful, starts, I'm changing my pick to the fucking Texans.
Yes. Same.
Will we all do that?
that's it. Insurance. We all get an insurance. We're all.
We all
going.
get an
All right,
insurance.
we all
Okay.
get
Insurance.
insurance. I like this.
So
We're all
right
voting
now,
Will
if he doesn't
Levis.
start, if stupid fucking Mills starts, who's gonna throw like 4 interceptions, I'm picking Levis, who's on fire right now, with the fucking Titans, because they're high as shit right now off that win. It might make them a little too cocky, but you never fucking know, dude.
Giraffe boy.
All
Plus,
right. So
Henry
as
showed
of
up like a motherfucker.
Friday night, we're all rolling with the Titans, but that could change come Sunday.
If.
So
If.
yes, if CJ Stroud starts.
You got my vote, bro.
All right. We have the Jets at the Dolphins. Michael.
Jets.
Fuck
Jets.
you.
Jets. AFC player of the AFC offensive player of the week coming back. Go Jets.
Wow. All right. Kyle.
Like I said, I'm a goddamn parrot. He keeps picking every goddamn pick I'm picking. The Jets. Don't ever let
Okay.
him go in front of me again.
Okay, everybody knows you copy my picks.
Shut the fuck up. Don't even take my credit, bro. I've been in first for four weeks straight for a reason.
All right, Chad.
This is
All right.
bullshit,
I
dude.
don't know what these crackheads are smoking, but
I
I'm
don't
taking
either.
Miami. That's a get right game after they lost to the Titans.
Same, and I'll explain why I'm picking the Dolphins when we get to our parlay picks. But
Can't get right.
I got the Dolphins as well. All right, Chiefs at Patriots.
Sorry.
Go
You
ahead,
were being
Michael.
serious.
Chiefs.
Kyle.
Chiefs.
Just should we even pick? Should we just say
I guess
Michael
not.
and
Chiefs
Kyle?
across the board.
Michael and
I'm
Kyle.
gonna go play games.
You know what?
Pick
I'm
Parrot.
gonna
Go on,
copy
fuck
Parrot
it.
as well.
Fucking might as well.
I don't trust Kyle's pick, but I'll go with what Michael said.
I picked the same team. I quit. I wonder how many times I've said that in this podcast.
Okay.
The Patriots win against the Steelers was a fluke. The Chiefs are not going to lose 3 in a row.
No.
So it's Chiefs.
All right. I'm going Chiefs as well. Giants at the Saints.
You know my pick,
All right.
motherfucker.
Who you got, Kyle?
You know my pick. I got the DeVito.
All right.
DeVito, baby.
Saints. Got it. All right.
Fuck you. Fuck. Strike that from the record.
Michael.
Sorry, Parrot. Who were you gonna pick?
New York Giants.
Oh,
Oh my god.
this is horse shit.
All right. Who you got, Chad?
I'm picking the Saints to win and Giants to cover the spread.
You're insane.
Spread is 5.5. So
I'm looking at it
Saints
right
ain't
now.
gonna
It
do-
says, oh
Saints
yeah,
ain't
it's
gonna do
5.5.
shit
It
but
started
get
at
dick
6.
slapped.
okay.
Saints are
could
getting
s-
dick slapped.
Yeah, I guess people that are just listening, not watching, don't see this, but I guess it's just the two guys on top are gonna pick the same teams on these quick picks because that's just how it goes. And then you and Parrot, hey, you wanted to match, so there you go. I'm gonna go with
Don't
the
say two guys
Saint-
on top, because if you're saying that, it's gonna be me, motherfucker.
You'd
Not with
rather
that
be on
Jets
top
pick.
and someone else be on bottom?
Bet. I mean, it depends on the situation.
But preferably a. Never mind.
With the preferable amount of holes and the right anatomy, yes.
All right. Before we get into something
not
we'll
that
regret,
progressive.
let's
Not that
Quick picks,
progressive.
guys. Quick
yeah.
picks.
I
Hey,
got the
you
Saints.
started it.
Yeah,
All
Miguel.
right. Falcons at the Panthers.
Come on, Parrot. Pick. Make the pick.
Falcons. Falcons.
Kyle. Do it.
Falcons.
Fucking do it. Oh.
Falcons.
Chad.
The first pick of the 2024 NFL draft goes to the Chicago Bears. Carolina loses this game and all but solidifies the Bears' #1 pick.
Could not agree more. There's no
This
reason
is
for
the number
Carolina
one
to win.
ceiling loss, right? They lose this game. That's it. It's locked in, right?
I'm pretty
Did we all
sure.
pick the same team again?
Yeah, it's rare this time around.
That's because of Parrot.
And we have 15 games on the slate. We have 2 left, and we've done 6 of them where we picked the same. So,
Oof.
a lot
Um,
to not a whole lot there that we've picked the same.
Nope,
So,
no pressure.
all right, we have the Commanders at the Rams. Go ahead,
Rams.
Kyle.
No, do
Oh,
it,
I
Parrot.
was
Yeah,
gonna-
see Rams. Yeah, do it. Rams. Rams. We're pick brothers. There you go. I'll embrace it.
Team Ramrod.
Yep.
Exactly.
Chad.
Hey, what's the name of that restaurant you used to go to?
Shenanigans?
Yeah, that place. Oh, shit.
Yeah, definitely the Rams.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that we're all going to be picking the same team again, but it's an easy pick. The Commanders are awful.
And we're about
All
to
right.
pick the same team again.
I'm pretty sure, but we never know. 49ers at the Cardinals. We all in
Niners.
agreement for the Niners.
Niners.
Who's the Cardinals quarterback?
Doesn't matter.
Kyler
Yeah.
Murray.
Oh, yeah, we're all in agreement.
Okay.
If the agreement is the Niners.
Yes, that is the
Yes.
agreement. All right. We have. We're gonna get to our 3-pick parlays for the week, and to be honest with you, I don't really care who goes who goes first, but since someone was a little hurt last series, let's go with Kyle for his parlay
Excuse
pick
me. Stop talking about my butt.
first.
Stop talking about my butt.
I want Kyle to go first.
My parlay? Oh, fuck me.
We have it on the outline if you need it.
Oh, yeah. I did
Yeah.
that. I did that because I knew this would happen. I put it on my phone.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Phone, where are you? Sir Kyle chooses the Bengals to win, the Broncos to win, and the Jets to win. Plus 2,119. So $10 equals 211 doll hairs and 99 cents.
Not the craziest.
Not the craziest. Boldest. Yeah, there you go. New York, baby. So, what'd you do? I saw you do something. What'd you do?
Well, I didn't do anything.
Highlighted it. He
I
just
just highlight-
highlighted it.
Okay.
Crackhead.
So, yeah, that's it. So, BBJ, Bengals, Broncos, Jets. I kind of like that one. I think it's quite possible, and don't take my word for it if you lose. But if you win, you're welcome.
All right. Who wants to go next?
All good.
Chad.
Fine. Chad will go next.
All right, fine. I got the Cowboys +3. That's a minus 140. You're gonna have to buy some points on that one. All these you're gonna have to buy points. This is your.
Jesus.
This is a who knows. Fuck it, it might happen parlay. But the odds are in your favor a little bit. Buccaneers +5. And I got Broncos +6.5. Total is +386. So if you bet $10, you win $38. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. All right, Michael.
So I went with 3-pick parlay. One of them, maybe I could have copied Kyle, but no. I picked the
Yeah.
Jets.
You could have.
AFC
My ass. You
Offensive
did.
Player of the Week, and then I'm also picking the NFC Offensive Player of the Week, Tommy DeVito and his Giants on the money lines, both those games. And then I'm gonna take a bowl game. I'm gonna take the mighty Blue Devils Duke to upset Troy, and I don't even know what that bowl game is. I should have looked at the name, but Duke's playing Troy tomorrow. $10 bet gives you $528. So that's pretty decent.
All right. And for mine, I have the Broncos covering 4.5. And then I have MVS, Valdez Scantling, scoring a touchdown for the Chiefs. And then I have Tyreek Hill, 3 touchdowns. 3.
Right. Every time you said
3.
he's gonna hit 3, he's never hit 3.
That's because you're making a bet, aren't you? You're doing that 3 touchdown bet, motherfucker. I know it. I
And
fucking know it.
it's a
You're
plus
crazy.
26,000
Yeah, you're fucking
odds.
crazy, bro.
And $10 will win you 2,600. So
You're crazy.
Yeah,
there you go.
that's definitely
Tyreek
happening.
Hill.
You're a crazy motherfucker.
You know, they're playing at home against the Jets. So I will take that.
Hey, if
'Cause
anyone's
if-
in Carolina, tickets are as low as $13 to go to a game.
Jesus
Actually,
Christ.
I saw a screen grab. There was tickets for 42
45
cents.
Yeah, I saw
They
that too.
probably already sold out. They probably already sold out. Those 42-cent ones.
Man, Saints games are cheap too. Wow.
Because who wants to go to a Saints game?
Yeah.
Kyle.
No. Nope.
You want to
couldn't
see
pay
Tommy
me.
Cutlets?
Well, for the other team.
Yeah. Not for the Saints, no.
No. There could be a banging ass fucking 10 Saints cheerleader in front of me. I'd be like, yeah, pass. See ya.
Cheapest ticket that I can find for the Packers game is $79.
That's not bad. To go to Lambeau?
Yeah. Yeah. It's actually not too bad. I mean, behind one of the end zones, second level. Not bad. But all right. Any other last things you all have? I know we just did an episode a couple nights ago, so there's not a whole lot that's happened the past couple days, but that we haven't already covered. Y'all got
Last thing
anything?
I'll say is there's
Yeah.
a good game tomorrow in the college basketball world. Number 1 Arizona taking on number 3 Purdue, 8-0 versus 9-1. So that's a battle of two NCAA championship hopefuls here, Wildcats. That'll be a fun game to watch. Probably more entertaining than any of the bowl games.
We also
Although
have
pretty good NFL.
North Carolina and Kentucky playing in Atlanta, Catlanta. So that'll be a good game to watch as well. An hour later, an hour after the fact.
Fuck you, dude. I'm doing a new setup, you prick. You're a fucking dick.
All right, Chad, you got anything?
Just wanted to say real quick that the number 1 team in the NBA is the Celtics.
Yeah, boy.
We are on a 4-game winning streak, 19-5. We just beat the Orlando Magic, who were 16-7, so that's pretty good.
Surprising team so far.
Yeah, surprising team, but we beat them pretty handily. It wasn't even close. The Celtics are looking like the most dominant team in the NBA, and I just want to shout them out that one of my teams is finally doing something. That's all.
All right,
Go Celtics.
Kyle,
What's up?
you got anything?
Nope.
Nope. All right. Well, as always, it's been fun, and if you want to make money this weekend, don't listen to us. So make your own bets. Bet what you can afford. Don't bet what you can't. What's the number, Chad?
1-800-GAMBLER.
There you go. Call if you need it. All right. We will be back next week on Wednesday. And hopefully we have some great games tomorrow and Saturday or Sunday. Looking forward to it.
Sunday.
All right, guys.
Sunday.
Next
It's
next
been
week.
fun.
Next week we'll get to do the bowl previews and such.
Well, we've already picked the main bowls, the playoff games, but we can pick other games. We can put
Wait,
the other games on the slates.
Wait, did we?
We're
make
gonna miss a
bowls?
bunch of bowls. I mean, the bowls season
Yeah.
starts tomorrow.
Yeah, but
Wait, are we not picking bowls games or?
Well, not the ones this
I
weekend.
mean, we can pick the high-profile ones. We don't have to pick. We don't have to pick like the lower ones.
Right, like
Yeah.
Kentucky. Right, got it.
Yeah, or Duke.
Okay.
or Louisville.
No,
Louisville's
Louisville's
pretty
playing in
high-profile
a real bowl game. I thought we were playing against who?
football. Orange Bowl.
Who we playing against?
I don't
USC.
even.
USC. That's right.
Oh, Orange Bowl, USC, right?
It's not the Orange Bowl,
That,
is it?
the Holiday Bowl.
Holiday
but-
Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Orange
it's not the
Bowl.
Orange Bowl.
That's what I said, Orange
Right.
Bowl.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Oh my God. All right. Yeah, we'll get to some bowl games next week. We'll tackle some of the non-playoff games. All right, we will talk to you all then, and our next episode is our 30th episode. So it's on Wednesday, and we all wish we had a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader. Yes, Kyle. All right, we will talk to you all then. It was the Two Guys, Two Seamen podcast. Bye.
Adios.
Welcome to the Chargers, Marvin Harrison Jr.